Lovely. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
for blocking the mirror.
Oh. Why does this look different? This is different than my build. Five, 5, 3, 1, 4, 5. Everything looks the same. Wait a minute, that's different than my build. Shit. 4. Ah, I took 1 out of Unleashed Fury to grab Bestial Discipline. I'm not sure that's the best option. Because you lose pet damage. It's probably a toss-up. Probably a toss-up. Counterattack Lodestone. Where the hell do you get that from? Alright, So I played around with the Scorpion, but the damage is too slow, so it's not going to work. So we're actually going to try going back with my original Melee Hunter build, kind of, which I used on Skull Rock on the hardcore server. And the difference with that build is that we don't have counterattack. We don't have the worst part about this build, and it's pretty significant actually, is that we don't have Killer Instinct and we don't have Lightning Reflexes. So we're going to lose a ton of crit and melee attack and melee attack power. So that's going to be you can see my crit's only 15.7, which it would normally be around 20%. So we're losing about 4.5%. Don't lose much in the dodge category though. My dodge is still 30, but part of that's because I got this trinket equipped. The melee attack power, pretty similar. That's a little bit low. Parry's about the same dodge. Yeah, the difference is our pet's going to be a lot stronger. So our pet's going to have a lot more damage. Can't really test it out right now because I just picked up this pet. I picked up the Jaguar because he's 1.2 attack speed, so he's about the closest in speed. And there might be one that's 1.1, I'm not sure. The fastest pet is obviously Broken Tooth. The Broken Tooth is a pain in the ass to get because everybody's always trying to get him. So he's kind of a pain in the ass, and I don't feel like camping for a pet. I'm not really into that. So I just took kind of like the next best thing, and I grabbed myself a Swamp Jaguar. He's a 1.2 attack speed. And he won't be as good as Broken Tooth for pushback, but he's going to be pretty good. He'll still be good. I tried to think about what pets would be good moving into even TBC. And if you're a Night Elf Hunter for PvP, you want to go with a cat because your cat can prowl and you can Shadow Melt. So it's really good to be able to do stuff like this. Like if you're in like a Arathi Basin and you're guarding a flag, you can maybe send your pet over here and say, okay, you stay, you know, get your pet over here and say stay here, right? So I tell my pet to stay there. He's not going to move from there, and then he can prowl. I'll put him on prowl, so he'll be invisible, and then maybe I'll stand over here. Maybe he's standing next to the flag. And so when someone attacks the flag, then he'll be on aggressive. So anybody who gets close enough to him, he's just going to attack him. And then if they try to waste their CC on him, then I'll be standing far away. And I can maybe shoot him with an arrow or something. You know, just something to... Basically just to keep him from capping flags. In Arathi Basin, Eye of the Storm, stuff like that. Well, mostly Arathi Basin. But it's pretty... You know, the hunters are really good when you get the drop on somebody. So, like, if I get the drop on the warriors and rogues, it's a lot easier to kill them than if they get the drop on me. So being able to stealth and have my pet prowl and stealth at the same time is going to make it more difficult for me to get surprised, basically. And so we're going to try to play that tactic. So we're going to go with my original melee hunter build, which did quite well in Skull Rock. And we're going to try it out. But again, I won't be able to really fully see the damage. I know how much damage I was doing with Killer Instinct and Lightning Reflexes. I was pushing out about 200, you know, without being in an instance, I was pushing up around 200 to 225 DPS per second. In an instance, I'd be pushing out around 280 to maybe 300, just simply because of the AoE potential of explosive traps in a dungeon scenario with multiple targets. So we kind of have some frame of reference, you know, we can see right now that, you know, my pet's doing no damage. He's doing 0.6. That's because he's level 37 and I'm killing mobs that are level 55. So we're just trying to level my pet, which is going to take a long time. It's going to take a long time. Actually, these aren't the best mobs. What we want to do is we want to kill mobs that are... Actually, probably what we should do, I should just go ahead and go farm my reputation with Argent Dawn and just kill those skeletons in Sorrow Hill. The only problem with Sorrow Hill is it always feels like I'm fighting a lot of other people. So, me clear my inventory out.
King's honor, friend.
I think we can keep that.
Go with honor, friend. You need something?
What do I need? I need something, don't I? I need to clear some room in my inventory. Let's get rid of the blood mails. We'll hold on to Devil's Garlands for the moment. Don't need the belt. Let's get rid of my carrot. I don't need that clogging up my inventory. Don't think we're ever going to be using Devil's Sword leggings. Let's go just for fun. We'll grab that. Sure, why not? I can grab... Actually, let's just craft some... We'll craft some agility potions. So greater agility...
See you around.
Make some of these real quick. Yeah, having the improved agility is really nice, but... Pet does do significant damage, so I don't think we're going to lose any damage. The benefit of going with the pet is getting intimidation for PvP. Give me that kind of stun. Also, the other benefit is a lot of times... Hey, what's up, John? Yeah, I'm getting the Capstone BM talent. It's the other big... Let me check my audio real quick. It seems really loud. Testing. Okay, it seems all right.
For the Alliance, greetings.
Right, Crystal House. Yeah, the nice thing about the BM is that once we hit Bestial Wrath, our pet can't be feared. And he can't be CC'd. So, a lot of times if you don't have the the capstone tile, like you said, and you're fighting like a warrior or a warlock or even a druid, they're going to try to CC or remove your pet from the equation. That's the nice thing with Bestial Wrath is you can just cast Intimidation, do Bestial Wrath, and he can go ham. And your pet's going to do a significant amount of damage. While you're just doing whatever you want, I mean, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so I think it'll be cool. And I love having a strong pet. I'm a big fan. Because it's fun in dungeons too. Your pet can kind of off tank and do stuff, so.
Be careful.
It does suck knowing that you're missing out on a lot of agility, but once you get into the Burning Crusade, I think the survival tree gets quite a bit better. And so we can start doing a little bit more interesting, I think, builds in TBC around that. So,
Hey there.
do I have any potions? Do I have any Arthas? I know I just saw some. Thought I did. Got plenty of blind weed. Only one
See
Arthas.
you later.
Let's take a look at what my potion guy has. Okay, does he have any Arthas? We got some scrolls. Let's get some strength. Oil of immolation. We got some potions.
How are you?
And just
Have a good one.
frost oil. I need to get more frost oil. I've only got like 30 frost oil. We need a lot more than that. We also need to do Dragon Breath Chili. We should probably, we could. I don't know if I don't think they're high enough level for me to get experience for my pet though. Let's see. Ogre strength, ogre strength, ogre strength. No, don't need that. No. No. Oh, I actually logged to the... I wanted to go to my garden. Go to the garden! Let's see. Let me... Hold on a second.
Hello. Safe travels.
Sorry, I had to go grab something for my wife. So she did have a little bit. She had a few Arthas tears, but not many. She had 3 Arthas tears. Not exactly. We have some Fire Bloom, some Crumbs, and Blood. Alright, cool. Yeah, we can only make 4.
I buy and trade.
Huh. Yeah, so we got a long way to go. Got to level up my level 37 Jaguar pet to level 60. Leveling a level 37 pet to level 60 would take days, probably, to be honest. It's probably going to take days. Oh, Oh, they're selling gift artists for. Oh, look at this. 3 silver? Yeah. I figured it wouldn't be that much. Most people don't know the benefits of the gift of Arthas. It's actually not amazing, but it is if you're like a melee class or melee hunter. It's actually not bad. You know, it's not bad. Okay. What was the cheapest one? So 387. Yeah, that's probably enough for now, right?
Good day to you. See you later.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you? Light bless you.
Don't you just wish the computer could like read your mind so I didn't have to type? Wouldn't that be nice?
You need
The
something?
computer could just type my thoughts. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so we got 4. Yeah, we need 4. We found out that lifestealing is garbage. Lifestealing on the melee hunters, which I knew it would be, but I wanted to grab it anyway. But it's pretty much garbage. Lifestealing really only benefits a class that actually has more mitigation, like a paladin, because you need lifestealing to augment your already good mitigation. Hunter's mitigation just isn't good enough. So for a class like a hunter, where you can't really defend yourself for too long against people that do high DPS, then what you need to do is you need to push your DPS to be greater.
Need help?
Or you need to push your kiting ability to be able to handle,
Go with
you need to be able to kite to prevent yourself from getting hit. But if you try to do something like that's predicated on like hitting them to generate health, like lifestealing, even though lifestealing does do damage as well, because lifestealing enchant, you're basically doing shadow damage to the enemy. So, and that damage you do is transferred to health to you. So it actually does do damage. So lifestealing enchants actually increase your overall damage, which is kind of interesting. A lot of people forget about that. That's why as a paladin tank, let's say you've got Flurry Axe or something, lifestealing is a great enchant for you because it actually increases your threat because you're doing shadow damage. Of course, the best enchantment you can do for a paladin tank, though, protection fountain, is going to be spell power, because that spell power is going to increase the damage of your judgments, and it's going to increase your consecration damage. Man, I kind of screwed myself though with the only pets that were 1.2 attack speed are the ones like in the Badlands and the ones in Swamp of Sorrows, and they're both around the same level, so I was kind of screwed. In fact, the Jaguar is, I think, the highest level pet that had a 1.2 attack speed, I think, in Classic WoW on the Alliance side. So that's as close as I could get to 60 with a pet that was a cat, because I had to be a cat because I need to use Prowl, right? So it's got to be a cat. Had to be cat. It had to have 1.2 attack speed. I think that was pretty much my only option. So you can see my cat's was doing a massive 0.6% of my damage. Needed 68 hits with his oh. 68. I'm gonna guess that he had 68 attacks, 33 were glancing blows. Alright. Min, let's say 33, average was 2, so that'd be 60, yeah, damage. And then 17 of my attacks were misses, 11 were parried, and the other 7 were dodged. So you can see that level 37 pet's doing a tremendous amount of damage. And that crit is so low. Well, we will get more crit with the Knight Captain's helm and shoulders will give us 3% more crit. I wonder, let's... So here's the difference. The other difference with the Burning Crusade is that you get Hawkeye in the survival tree. So you could actually get that range, which I'm not sure how good that if it's necessary or not. What is it here? It's yeah, it's also 25%. Okay, interesting. See, so you can see the difference here. You can see in the Burning Crusade, you're actually able to get the Bestial Wrath. You can actually get Bestial Wrath, you can get Intimidation, and still go all the way down and pick up, pick up Counterattack, pick up Killer Instinct, pick up, Survival Instincts, Resourcefulness, even a couple points in Lightning Reflexes, and still, so you have a lot more options in the Burning Crusade Talent Calculator. You could even, if you wanted to, pick up Hawkeye, although I don't really think if you're going survival as more of a melee-based hunter, that it's not really necessary. It is nice, though. It is nice. And you could grab, what is this? We could grab Wyvern Sting, and if you had Hawkeye, then if you had Wyvern Sting, I would want to have Hawkeye, just because being able to hit people at a really far distance. Does it require you to be in combat, though? See, the nice thing also, too, about TBC is the Wyvern Sting can be used while in combat, I think. And it's only a 2-minute cooldown. Whereas here, you can see it is a 2-minute cooldown. See, this is only usable out of combat. But here, that's not the case. Wyvern Sting can be used while in combat. So they made a lot of changes in TBC that make survival a lot more viable. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I can't remember the build I used. It's really funny, like, to try to remember back in the original TBC, because I ran a survival hunter build in the original TBC where I could kill rogues pretty easily. I had a lot of success against rogues, but I don't remember what it was, because that was back in 2000, 2007. That was a long time ago. Now you're talking almost 20 years ago. All I remember about the build is that I definitely had entrapment. I know I had entrapment. I know I had deterrence. I don't know if I had counterattack. I'm going to guess that I probably did. I'm pretty sure I had lightning reflexes, because I was definitely stacking agility. So I wonder if I even went into the Beast Mastery tree, because if you take that out of the Beast Mastery tree, and you do something like this, I don't think I did BM. I think I did something like this, where I even grabbed, let's see. I think I even had readiness, right? The ranged criticals have a 33% chance to apply an exposed weakness effect. Exposed weakness increases the attack power of all attackers. The nice thing about exposed weakness is it's going to work for your melee as well, so it's crazy. How much points? 8. I don't know if I really need efficiency. And again, Material to Hunt, If you're just going for a pure TBC build that was more melee based, I think this would be really good. Because the nice thing about this, you're gonna get a lot more health. You're going to be stacking agility, which means you're gonna have a high dodge. You know, you're gonna have a lot of evasion. You're gonna have improved custom shot. You're gonna have entrapment. So you're gonna get people trapped, and when they try to get out of your traps, you're gonna be sitting with concussive shot. It's gonna slow them down, and it has a chance to stun them. So you're gonna have a high amount of basically kite ability with these abilities. You can have improved trap damage. You're gonna have this increased attack power, so your attack power is gonna reduce the mana cost of all traps. Really the reason you're getting this is because you want to reduce the cooldown of all traps. Because traps can be used in combat in TBC. The problem is the cooldown is a lot longer. So this reduces the cooldown of all traps by 6 seconds. Like here, the cooldown is 15 seconds. I'm pretty sure in TBC it's 30 seconds. Let's see, let's see. Let's go WoW, Burning, Crusade, Hunter, skills, right? TBC Hunter abilities. And if we go into here and we look at Explosive Trap, it should be 30 seconds. So you can see it's a 30-second cooldown. So by putting the talent points into here, it's going to knock it down to 24 seconds. So it's still longer than Vanilla's cooldown of 15. But 24 seconds is a lot better than 30 seconds. Anyways, so that's, yeah, TBC is really, I think TBC is really, really fun for Survival Hunter. I think it really opens up, was that? That had to be some sort of video I was trying to play. Let me close these down. But TBC opens up a lot more flexibility. You have a lot more options with your survival. And it's really good. I definitely built builds in TBC where I had a lot of success in PvP against other melee classes like warriors and hunters. So I had a lot of success. So, all right, let's see what we can do with a level 37 pet against level 51 mobs. Let's find out. I don't think my pet's going to do any damage, so we're going to have to do all the work on our. We have to do all the work on our own. But we're going to augment our damage here a little bit. And my pet's doing 0.4%. Oh, he's up to 0.5%. I'm doing 147 DPS. My poor pet. He's so weak. He's not doing anything. Alright, let's go ahead and equip. Let's not worry about Argent on commission right now because our pet doesn't do any damage, so I'm not really concerned about that. We can always level Argent on later. Let's grab the 2% dodge. What's that? That puts us up a little bit, and let's increase our crit. Let's see, we're at 16 and 662. That's going to put us to almost 17 and 679. What about my set bonuses, though? So we've got 3, which is, we only need 2 on the knights. But on the beast stalkers, we want to get 4. Okay, cool. So our set bonuses are still in place. I want to make sure that the set bonus for my knight's armor and my beast stalker are all in place. I want the 4 set bonus on beast stalker, the 2 set bonus on knights. So it's okay to use the Devil Sword Gauntlets because we're getting more crit and we're getting more hit rating, and we're getting more attack power. So it's a nice item to use, even though it's a leather item. And our hit right now is not great. It's at 4%. The other thing we could do, which will increase my damage, but I'm going to take more damage, is we can swap out this for the Devil Sword Eye, which when it procs gives me 2% hit rating. and it also gives me attack power. So we'll do more damage, but we're gonna take more damage because I'm gonna lose out on 2% dodge. But we're still sitting at 28.9% dodge. And okay, so it'll proc next time. Right, there's Devil Sarai. You can see when it procs, my hit rating is 6%. So we aren't going to miss too much. And more attack power. So the grind, so another grind has begun. And this is a grind to level up my pet. It was currently you know what, let's move this out of here. I'm enjoying having my private messages here. Just I don't miss them as much when it's here. We don't even need Questy, we need to disable Questy. Do that later. Did I bring life steals, or did I brought the Crusader? I brought the Crusaders. Let my pet, although my pet attacking really doesn't do anything at this point. He's doing like no damage. Just for fun, let's swap out. We'll swap in the Flurry Axes just for fun. We'll do less damage, but it's more fun. And what else? What else? What else? Let's go with the health regen. Dark Moon card. Dark Moon card heroism. We were doing 150 DPS. Let's reset it. See how much worse our damage is with dual flurries. Find out on this next attack. Damage is still looking pretty good. 156. 175. So we actually did about the same damage with... It's amazing to me. The Flurry Axes, even though they're level 42 item, like if they proc a lot, like if you go into... They're so RNG based. And plus I have Crusader on both of them. So if they proc, like let's say I get 3 Flurry procs in one fight, and out of those 3, at least one of them procs like Crusader, you know, it's going to increase my damage quite a bit. It's amazing because if you think about the top end damage on the flurry is so low. It's only like 69. Look at that, 69 damage on the top end, as opposed to like maybe an assassination blade, which is 132. So the crits are tiny. It's all about just critting a lot, though. So. Every time you hear the monk chant, that's Dark Moon card heroism proccing, which means I'm getting like a heal, which is nice. You see my health not dropping as much now. Because we're getting those heals. What's my dodge at? Yeah, so my dodge is a lot lower though. My dodge is a lot lower because I don't have agility. Now we're averaging 140. So our DPS is maybe slightly lower, which is crazy when you think that with the Assassination Blades, I have probably almost 3% more crit, or 2.75% more crit because of the agility and the 1% crit each, which is a shit ton. And yet I'm still barely doing less damage with a level 42 axes, which just shows you how amazingly strong flurry axes are. If there was a flurry axe equivalent that was like a level 60 item, it would be the most powerful item in the game. It would be. For a melee class, it just would be insanely powerful. Can't seem to get my pet health bar as my... Is that, well, but iron, I can't use it, man. What's up, Zelch? A hunter can't use maces. Oh, it's funny that you said that, because I was just going to say that's why on paper Iron Foe should be so good. But I don't think Iron Foe procs as much as Flurry Axis proc. At least, I don't know. But yeah, Iron Foe technically should be amazing. But I can't use maces. Yeah. But the Flurry Axes are insane. So what we could do, let's put the assassination in the main hand just so we get the bigger crits. Actually, let's put the assassination in the main hand and then we'll go with the lobotomizer. Lobotomizer's 47 damage. Let's try the lobotomizer in the offhand. Let's see what. And then we're doing one. See, like right. See, our DPS did drop all the way down to 128. Definitely flurries isn't as much, you know. Hey, thanks, gamer. Yeah, I definitely spent time getting it set up the way I like it. You can see we're at 163 already. We can get a few crits in here. 155, 160, 169. So in that fight we did 169, which is, we were around 123 with the flurries. And I don't have, let's see. Again, we could go with Devil Sore. I don't think I have I need more good trinkets. Once next week's rolls around and the honor resets, I'll have the honor headpiece and the honor shoulders of the knights captains, and they both have crit on them. The head I think has 2 and the shoulders has 1. So our crit's going to go up 3%. Maybe not quite 3%. We might lose a little bit in the agility department. Let me take a look. But it's definitely going to go up quite a bit. Yeah, so we're basically going to, let's see, the helm here. So this has 2% crit on it and 18 agility, and my current helm only has 20 agility. So we're definitely going to get more crit with the helm. We're going to lose some spirit and some intellect. We're going to lose some stamina, but the crit is way better. And then here we're going to get 1% crit on the shoulders. The shoulders have 18 agility, 13 stamina. And so we're going to gain 7 agility and 1% crit. So we're going to, so yeah. So we're going to get quite a bit more crit on Tuesday when the honor rolls. You like my pet, Zelch? My level 37 Jaguar? My pet is level 37 and he's doing 0.7% of my total damage right now. Look at that, 170. Oh man, we're doing good DPS. Just think when my pet is level 60. So I think I'm going to easily eclipse the damage of my other build. My other build had, lightning reflexes and killer instinct. So my BM was nowhere near this deep. So I think with this build, and this is the build that I used on Skull Rock. So this is my hardcore Skull Rock Hunter build. Melee Hunter build. And I think, and it's funny because it's the first build I came up with. When I first tried to do Melee Hunter on a hardcore, this is the build I came up with pretty quickly, and I think it's the best one for pure damage. And for just usability, playability, I still think it's the best build. Alright, so that is... Ooh, my pet finally leveled a little bit. What's he at? So, oh, he's got 20 training points. So what do we want to train our pet? We don't need to train Growl because we really don't want him... Oh, somebody just dropped some pets, some animals, some mobs. Somebody dropped some mobs on me. No, I haven't done, you know me, I never raid much. You know me, dude, I never get into raids. Every time I get into a guild, I end up leaving the guild. Some guy insulted me on one, I was in this one guild a couple weeks ago, and the guy was some British guy in the guild, and he was talking trash about Americans, right? He was basically insulting Americans, and I'm an American. And I said, you know, I spent some time in Europe. I said I went to London, I went to Paris. I said I liked Paris a lot better than London. You know, just tried to like goad him. And he called me, basically he called me some like slang British term, which means idiot. And I said, all right, cool. I said, I'm out of here, and I left the guild. I was like, I'm not gonna play with you children. You know me, I don't play well with others. But yeah, I haven't done any raids on this character. We just got the PvP gear. You know, I've got the Don Julio's band, the Myrmidon's signet, Black Hand's breath. You know, I've got all the Beastalker items except for the pants and
Lovely.
the pants and the boots are the only items of Beastalkers I haven't gotten. I've tried to get the pants off the stupid Baron, and I can't get him to drop. Man, I've killed him like 5 times I think already, and they haven't dropped yet. So, and it's funny, like in all my years of playing World of Warcraft, I've played since the game came out in 2004. I have never gotten the Hunter leggings ever. I've seen them drop, and I've either been outrolled by another Hunter or outrolled by somebody who just ninja'd them for no reason whatsoever. Like they just rolled on them because they were stupid. But I've never gotten them, which I think is funny. Yeah, you do the good old wild children you see out in the wild. Yeah, for sure. Let's see how fast this guy dies once I toss an immolation trap on him. Because I haven't been using any traps. And then if I drop an immolation trap and we hit him with the serpent sting, he should drop really quick, hopefully. Still feeling like the assassination blade in the offhand for the crit, and the agility is probably better. So what is the pet? The pet is still level 37. But he has moved up 1 loyalty level. This reminds me, do you remember Zelch when I went into Season of Discovery and I went into, I was like level 40 or something, and I went up to Stone Talon Peak just to grab the eagle that's like tucked away up there, because like most people didn't know that the eagle pet was there on the alliance side, so I had an eagle as a pet. And I had to level him from like level like 19 all the way to like level 35 or 40 or something. And I remember it took me like 8 hours, like just 8 hours of killing mobs to level him up. And that was from like level 19 to I think like 19 to like maybe 30. And now I'm trying to level 37 to 60. So this is even longer, you know, I think. Bada bing, bada boom. Tried the Scorpion pet, that was a bust. I can see right away that the Scorpion's not going to work. The thing that I was talking about earlier is if you're a hunter you can't really bank on any kind of slow mitigation. You know, any kind of heals, life stealing. In a situation against a rogue or a warrior, it just isn't going to matter. It's too slow. You know, in those particular fights, you need to work on making your hunter do more damage and making your hunter have the ability to escape or to completely avoid damage by traps or counterattack, whatever it is, to get away. You can't just stand there in front of them and get controlled. You know, getting a bit of life stealing stuff isn't gonna make a difference. You're just gonna die. Ah. Look at that with the deterrence up. It's like they can't even hit me. Parry, dodge, dodge, dodge. I think it finally wore off. Dodge. Let's go with the Stormpike Insignia rank 6. Get 2% more dodge and see if that helps us just mitigate. You know, and dodging, dodging does mean I get more mongoose bites, right? Or is it mongoose? How do I proc mongoose? Mongoose bite. Oh, after I dodge. You could melee weave. I mean, like, if you wanted to just, like, weave in between, like, your mongoose bites because of the cooldown. You know, you could, like, because I'm going to be proccing mongoose bites, like, all over the place. I don't know. Once we get the Grand Marshal weapons, Zelch, then it'll be interesting, because we're going to have the double, we're going to go with the double fist weapons. And they're, like, 2.9 attack speed. So, we'll see. I think I'm wrong. I think I probably should go ahead and grab the Argent Dawn and just might as well level up my Argent Dawn rep while we're doing this. I probably am gonna play some Oblivion Remastered tonight for the first time. I bought the game like 2 or 3 days ago. Haven't played it yet, so I want to maybe play that tonight. My pet's damage. 0.7%. Oh my god. He's still only doing 0.7% of the total damage. Let's see. We got 22 talent points. The only prowl we have, what does he have? My pet has a dash, currently dash 1. The only prowl I have is rank 3, and he has to be level 50 to even learn that. We really can't use these points on anything. We could give him like great stamina. Yeah, let's give him great stamina rank 5. And we'll give him armor. We'll give him armor and stamina. Even though he doesn't really need it. He's not getting hit, so.
Lovely.
Where's this bar at the bottom of my screen? I think it's my pet level. Yeah, look at that. My pet's 95% towards level 38. He's almost level 60, man. Level 30, wow. Look how long it's taking him to level. Like, that's one thing they fixed in retail. This is something they didn't fix. In Classic, it was a real issue. Like, if you were like a high-level character, a high-level hunter, and you tamed a very low-level pet, it takes you forever to get your pet to your level. But in retail, they fixed that. Like, in retail WoW, if you tame like a... Actually, in retail WoW, I don't even think they have levels anymore. Like, I'm not even sure if they have a level anymore. Like, if you tame like a level 60 pet, he's... Well, I mean, he's level 60, but... I don't know how it works in retail, but I know that, like, in different versions, like, for example, like Wrath of the Lich King, for example, he'll probably, your pet will probably level much quicker in Wrath of the Lich King. There's, like, a catch-up mechanic in there, I think. I don't have any mana. I got no manas! We're going dragon buff. We need more damage. We need the rallying cry of the Dragon Slayer. Even that's not giving us enough damage. Where is this media player? Home. He's moving a little bit. He's almost 16% through this level, my pet.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
No manas, no mana. Even after my pet level from 37 to 38, he's still only doing 0.7% of the damage. It's hilarious. You know, I'm missing a lot. Let's... screw the Argent Dawn reputation. I can farm the Argent Dawn reputation later. I just want to get my pet leveled up. I didn't bring any of my hit rating gear, I don't think. No, well... I mean, did I bring the leggings? I don't think I did. No. I didn't. Shit. Let's do... oh. No manas. You can't even land his intimidation. You're too low level, can't hit shit. It.
Lovely.
Ha, 4 heroism procs in one fight. That's pretty damn good. Oh man, it's gonna take like 8 hours to get my pet to a decent level, at least. Yeah, I think I would have been better off with my hit gear. I have boots that have hit, and I think I have some belts that might have hit on them too. I'd have been better off bringing my hit gear. So I'm missing too much. Hey, my pet's up to 0.8%, 8% of my damage. He's up 0.1%.
Lovely.
No, my pet leveled up another loyalty level, but doesn't really mean a whole lot. I don't think I want to train him on... Well, I do, right? I do want to train him on Claw. He doesn't have Claw right now, so... We can train him on Claw rank 8? No. Claw rank 3. Let's see if that... Maybe he'll do some more damage. I'm gonna order something from Sprouts. Hold on a second. Sprouts. I'm gonna order. Let's see. Order. Lettuce. Organic dill. I need some organic dill. And what else? Anything? Yeah, screw it. Maybe I'll order tomorrow. I don't know if I want to order groceries right now. I do need some organic dill, though. Alright, let's see if my pet does any damage. Still looks like he ain't doing shit for damage. Oh, he's up to 2.5% damage. So his claw did... He is landing a couple strikes of claw. He's about to level to 39. So maybe that'll help him a little bit. Probably not. Probably won't be very effective until we get to around 40. Like 50. Maybe 48. 48 will probably start to land some blows. Alright, he's level 39 now. You switch from the flurry axes to the assassination blades, and man, it just feels like you're attacking so slowly. Do more damage. Well, actually not really. You're not really doing that much more damage. But you just attack so much slower. Actually, I think what we want to do is assassination blade. Feels like everything I do in WoW is a grind. by choice, though. I always pick stuff that's just difficult. I never take the easy way in World of Warcraft. Alright. Grind. Oh my god, the grind. I saw a cool video of Oblivion where some guy was using his bow and he climbed up a staircase to the top of the staircase and then he jumped out away from the staircase into an open room, turned around, and then the enemy that was chasing him up the staircase, he turned around and in midair turned around and shot the enemy in the head. I was like, that was pretty cool. So it looks like the bow combat's, but it looked like he was like slow-mo, like there must be some sort of slow-mo mechanic with the bow drawing of the bow. Which there was, but I've never tried doing slow-mo while jumping through the air, I don't think. which is kind of funny because I normally try stuff like that. But I do love the bow in Skyrim, so and it looks like the bow in the Oblivion remaster looks like it's going to be just as good, which is pretty cool actually. So looking forward to playing Oblivion. I wonder if we shouldn't just try to do like some BRD runs or something with my range spec just to level up my pet. Might be faster. Actually, I'm sure it would be faster because the experience is going to be coming a lot faster. Where's the pet? Do like some BRD runs or something. Look at all those heroism procs. Jeez, that's why my health never drops. Of course, as soon as I say that, heroism doesn't proc. And my health drops. And then it goes 4 heroism procs in a row for like 500 health. I don't know if you noticed my health was down a little bit, and I procced heroism 4 times in a row, and it topped me off. If there was just a way that I could regen mana, like if there was a way that a hunter had mana regen like a paladin, I would never have to stop to drink. I could just kill non-stop. Don't they have that on like a set bonus? It reduces, I think it's, yeah, but it's your shots return mana, not your melee. Another oversight on Blizzard's part. You know, if you're going to have a set bonus where your ranged weapon attacks have a chance to restore mana, you should have a set, it should also be melee weapon attacks have a chance to restore mana. Because mana is just as important for melee attacks as it is for ranged attacks. So it's, once again, Blizzard not really thinking. But you know, it's easy to talk bad about Blizzard when, you know, back in 2000 or 2004 when the game came out. I don't think they were thinking that people would be trying to melee on a hunter too much. I think they were just thinking people would play the class the way they meant them to play the class. Woo!
Lovely.
Oof. My crit's gonna go way down. Yeah, 18.
Lovely. Jesus. You see here how many heroism procs there were? Was that like 4 in a row? Heroism healed you for 150. Heroism healed you. Heroism healed you. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were like 5 heroism procs there in that one fight. Insane. Oh my god, my pet was 37. I think he's leveled, what, twice? In 2 hours? Oh, Jesus. So at 2 hours, so basically an hour per level. Let's say 50 minutes per level, right? Here, let's do this. Chat GPT, because I'm lazy. If my pet is, whoops, well, is level 39.
You have one goal.
Holy hell, what was that? I don't know where that came from. Hold on a second. Let me check my other browser windows. Let's close these down. There must be some sort of advertisement going on. All right. If my pet level is level 39 and max level is 60 and it takes 50 minutes to level 1 level, how long to reach level 60? Let's see how accurate ChatGPT is. 17.5 hours? 21 levels, yeah. That sounds correct. 17.5 hours to go from level 39 to level 60. But once we get higher in level and he starts doing damage, we'll be killing mobs a lot faster, so the leveling time will actually reduce. He is currently, oh, he's submissive. Maybe there's a relation to how much experience your pet gets based on how much, like, what his submissive level is. Like if he's best friend, does he level faster than if he's like rebellious? That's something I never thought about. And currently he is 70, wait, he is 90% currently. So let's see how much percent he gets per kill. Or level 51. Should be like, I think it's like 3%. 2%. 2% milk. Healing done. 8,988 healing. We have procced 66 heroisms and 16 holy strengths. Damn. I always forget that Crusader heals you.
Alright, let's I'm still wondering why I couldn't get see. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. That's what I figured. I was looking for a specific keybind that I used on my hardcore melee hunter on Skull Rock, and it is what I figured it was, which is this one right here. Which means for like a PvP trinket, if we ever get one, we're gonna have to use a different like my pet NC. So we can make my pet thing, but I don't know if he's gonna do any damage. Ah, it looks like he's actually maybe landing some blows. I mean, he looks impressive, even though he's not doing shit. He's only level. What is he? He's level 40, I think. Yeah, level 40 pet. Ah, he's only 10 levels beneath these guys. Once he gets like 45, he'll start doing some damage. An actual timer. Not sure if we need a timer, but let's do, well, we can play around with it, why not? Size, text, background, here's height. Where's the actual alpha? Where's the texture? There's two. Blue, gradient, blue, gradient, don't enable gradients. Why is the color not right? Two. Why's the color wrong? What's the color wrong? Is this texture selection mode? No. For some reason, the default color is screwy. Yeah. We'll worry about that later. Don't like it. Don't like it. You want to try to take my mobs? Too bad, mister. Well, then he left that one. Oh, that's alright. I can take all three. I gotta take a break and walk the dog pretty soon. The dog climbed on the bed in the bedroom yesterday. And then I said to my wife, I said, well, how's he gonna get off the bed? Because the bed's pretty tall. And I don't remember what she said. And I said, well, let me go get his bed or something. So he can kind of climb down into his bed. And I went to go in his bed, and I got distracted by something. Or I was thinking about maybe I should get a chair or something he can step down. Because I was afraid about him just, because he's not very smart. He doesn't know how to climb down off of things. He'll just jump. He's not smart. And so when I was away from the bedroom, he jumped down from the bed to the floor. And he hurt himself, and now he's limp. He's been limping around all day long, and I don't know what he did, but he hurt his leg somehow. It's not the first time he's hurt his leg. A couple months back, he was limping, and we don't know why, though. We don't know what he did. One day he was limping. Took him to the vet, and they stretched his leg out. They did all these, kind of calisthenics or different tests to see. They're like, well, we can't really tell. They said most likely it's a tendon, and mostly it's a pulled muscle or strained muscle. They said most likely it's not they didn't really know. They just, they're like, it's most likely just a strained muscle. They said they gave him some muscle relaxers and said just give him these for a couple days. And they said if it doesn't get better, then we'll come back in and we'll do an X-ray on his leg. It was pretty cool they didn't want to do an X-ray off the bat, because a lot of places would do that because they just want to get your money, right? But sure enough, after 2 or 3 days of just taking muscle relaxers, his leg cleared right up and he was fine. He's been fine ever since, until he jumped off the bed yesterday. So now I'm going to approach it the same way I approached that, because he's limping in exactly the same manner, and I'm just going to give him a couple days, see if it clears up. If it doesn't, then I'll take him back to the vet. Or I'll take him to the vet for an X-ray. But man, that dog is just you never have to worry about cats doing something stupid, because cats can jump off of just about anything without getting injured. They're just ridiculous, Their agility is otherworldly. But my dog jumps off a height of literally I don't know, 3 feet. I mean, I'm not, maybe more than that, maybe 4 feet, 3 or 4 feet, and hurts himself. It's just come on, really? My pet still is only doing 2.2% damage. It's crazy how long it takes to level a pet up. Oof. He's 37 when I tamed it, when I got him. He's 40 now. So, yeah. It doesn't show his attack speed. It just says damage, health, diet, meat, fish. Oh, well, he eats fish though. Nice. I saw an undead over here somewhere. Right here. That pet, I just can't believe that my pet only does 2.2% of my overall damage because he's so low level. He sucks. Definitely something I would fix in Classic Plus is I would make the pet have a better catch-up mechanic when you tame like a pet that's like 30 levels beneath you. Definitely would be nice if they could level up a little bit quicker. Let's see if he gets his stun off. Nope. Resisted. He cannot land his intimidation. Gotta come up with a name for this pet. The only thing that comes to mind is Sunshine, because he looks like a big golden... Or how about Dawn? He's like the rising dawn. You know, the sun coming up over the hills, man.
Enter pet desired. I don't know. Dawn seems pretty cheesy. Man, that was some pretty good crits there. Double crit. Actually, we scored a ton of crits on that fight. Pet damage 8 glancing, 7 glancing, pet miss, pet 8 damage. Oh, too funny. Can't hit anything. How about Sahara? He kind of looks like a desert, you know? Like this would be like the desert, like little spots of maybe like dirt or maybe rocks across the desert landscape. I don't know. We could just call him Save My Ass Please, which is my typical name for kitties. Another loyalty level.
Lovely.
Heroism, heroism, heroism. Love it. Four heroisms. Damn. It's insane. 5 heroisms, 6 heroisms, 7 heroisms in one fight. That's crazy. So in that fight, we did 492 self-healing. Pet finally leveled to level 41. But will he still do any damage? Probably not. 2.1%. Okay, he's doing 6% of the damage. 3%. Yeah, so he's still only doing 2.6% of the damage. Alright, I think it's time for me to take a break. I gotta walk the dog. That is still... He was level 37 when I grabbed him. He's level 41 now. And we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how good he is at 60 against casters in PvP. Alright, I'm gonna stop the stream here, guys, just for a bit. And hang out with the wife, see how she's doing. I gotta walk the dog. we'll come back and keep leveling up the hunter. Well, I still need to do PvP, so I may come back and do some battlegrounds. We can just level up the pet, killing mobs, I guess, in Altrog Valley. Because we are still not maxed for the week at 384,000. So, still got a ways to go yet. I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace out.